This is the 2026 Range Rover Velar Belgravia Edition, and in today's Vehicle Visionary video, we're going to tell you what sets it apart from other models. Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. This video was requested, by the way. I'd like to say a note of appreciation to the person who requested this video, so we're going to get started here. Now you're going to find a lot of the same typical things you would find on a Velar. This is actually a P250 this model is based off of. It's going to have your LED headlights and LED daytime running lights. We can also turn the headlights on just like this and let you see those nice bright headlights. Low and high beams are going to be LED. That's going to take good care of you, as well as those turn signal indicators. Now you don't have any fog lights, but as you work your way down here, you are going to have the active air curtains that allow air to flow through the front end of this area. That's meant to help with improving gas mileage. Believe it or not, I had somebody one time tell me that's for cooling the brakes. If that's true, then why is it on the outside and not the inside? Funny how that always works on the internet. The correction Nazis are almost always wrong. We're going to have some gloss black here, not only with the name Range Rover, with the upper and the lower grille areas, but also with your spoiler right here. I hope that holds up well with all the rocks and things that'll come up off of the road. Now, you see your sensors here, so a lot of great safety features. Also the front view camera. There's cameras all over the place. Now, you're going to find standard all-wheel drive, air ride suspension, and you can see that it's sitting up a little bit higher off the ground than what you might expect. It has an 8.4-inch ground clearance. In this case, I have it set with the off-road setup, so it's going to sit a little bit higher up. You also have normal, and access is going to put it all the way down. In this case, the base rim is 20 inches, but this is going to be a 22-inch wheel. What do you think about the finish on this wheel? For those that don't like a gloss finish, this might do pretty well for you. Speaking of gloss, I do wish that the gloss accent piece here and here somehow were active. Heat extractors, something like that. Not the case, but it does break things up and look nice with the gloss finishes in quite a few different places. Now, as far as our side view mirrors go, you're going to see they're power adjustable, they're heated, they're going to have turn signal indicators built in, as you can see right there, blind spot monitoring, and obviously going to be power folding. And we're also going to have our deployable door handles, so when you go into drive, they're going to go in. That's going to help you out with your aerodynamics, ultimately your gas mileage. When you hit the button to open everything up, they're going to come and pop right out just like this. And once again, that black finish, that nice gloss finish with our roof line right here, makes the windows look a little bit darker than they already are. Work our way back here to the rear. We're going to find, once again, LED lighting with our tail lights. I'm going to hit the button right there for you to see what goes on with that. And then the Range Rover logo not standing out as much. What do you think about that? Should that be a different color against that gloss black finish? Always curious to receive your feedback on that. And then we work our way down. Not going to have any exposed exhaust outlets. That seems to be a point of contention with some people. Tell me what you think about that. But overall, very nice lines here. The rear roof spoiler with the shark fin antenna right there. Now you'll notice you don't have a rear window wiper exposed. It's here, it's just neatly hidden and tucked away inside of the rear roof spoiler. Motivation to get this Velar down the road comes from a inline 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It makes 247 horsepower, 269 pounds-feet of torque. It is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 about 7 seconds flat. Top speed about 130 miles per hour. How about your MPGs? Here are your potentials according to Land Rover: 22 city, 26 highway, 23 combined, and 4.3 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. Now let's talk about your gas tank details. It's 21.6 gallons in capacity, and premium is recommended but not required. How about your driving distance on a full tank of gas? In the city, we're looking at 475 miles. Out on the highway, that number goes to 562 miles and 497 miles combined. Towing capacity comes in at 5,511 pounds. That means you can tow an ATV, a side-by-side on a trailer, you can tow a boat, a medium-sized camper, something like that, utility trailer. It'll handle all of that. Now, you have your cargo capacity here as well. It ranges between 30.9 cubic feet up to 62.7 cubic feet. You can see some of the space and different things that are going to be here. We're also going to have that cargo cover right in the middle right there if you want to pull that back. All you have to do is just pull it back like this. That's going to be in place to take care of what you need, and then we can just pull up on that just a little bit. My cameraman's better at it than I am, and that's what you do. But it is removable. That's how you retract it. No big deal. Now, we do have a 12-volt power outlet right here if you want to take advantage of that. A little bit hard to get that cover out of there, but there it is, just so you can see what all is here. And one more goodie back here that some of you may want to know about is the presence of a good old spare tire as opposed to a tire repair kit. And let's talk about what your backseat passengers are going to find. First of all, we've got our panoramic sunroof. I do have the shade closed, but that front portion will open and you can bring the shade back and forth as you need to. The old crap handles are here for when somebody drops the hammer on an almighty 247 horsepower. And how about your door panel? We'll take a look at the door panel over there. We're gonna have some brushed aluminum finish for the door handles and some of the surround there. A little bit of gloss black with the trim pieces and a nice comfortable armrest that's large and a large door bend down there. Now you will have a few options here as far as different things you could hang. You could hang a jacket or whatever you want to on basically what amounts to a coat hanger right there. We've got our rear seat pockets right here, and then something that I know a lot of you like to check off as far as the important boxes. Number one, our air conditioning vents. We're going to have USB ports and a 12-volt power outlet, so quite a bit going on where that's concerned. That should make you happy. And last but not least, we will find our fold-down armrest with the cup holders built in. That's going to take care of everything. And one more thing to show you here. If you want to, you can drop down this center seat back and create a pass-through, but still have room for 2 passengers back here. The sticker price is $72,465. Now, I do want to show you something, but this is the Belgravia Edition. You can see right here by what's on this cover for this area where you can find your wireless charging pad and all that good stuff there, just so you can see. Not sure why that's the case, but we do have the puddle lights, and we're going to show you over there on the door sill. You're also going to have the illuminated graphic right there, the illuminated door sill, so you can see that as well, just to show you what's going on. Now we're going to come back here to the upper console and show you what we have going on here. We're going to have our controls for the power shade and the sunroof right there if you want to take advantage of that. With our rear view mirror, you've got the buttons right down here. That's your home link, so you can hit that. You can program 3 different garage doors and you're good to go where that's concerned. We'll work our way down. You're going to have your traditional glove box, just to show you what's going on where that is concerned. There that is. And a larger armrest and door bend. Taking a look at the passenger side over there, again, you're going to have that brushed aluminum finish with your door handle and with the surround. Come over here to the driver's side. We're going to have the same thing, but a few additions, including seat memory. We do have the lock and unlock buttons, everything for controlling your side view mirrors. And then we're going to have our 1 touch down and 1 touch up windows at all 4 corners. And just to show you some of the controls down there at the bottom, this area down here, show you what's there. Now, if you're looking for the control to adjust your steering wheel, it's right here on the right-hand side. It is tilt and telescopically adjustable. We've got our shifter paddles here, everything for cruise control. The heated steering wheel, you can turn that on and off. We do not need that today. Headed for 100 degrees. And we're going to also have the controls right here that allow us to control things such as what we see on the driver's display. So we can go right there, and here is the menu. Now you're going to use this area to work your way back and forth through the menu, and you can see something right there that tells you what is being projected onto the windshield, even though I'm not sure you can see it as well on this bright sunny Louisiana day. We do have the head-up display, and you can come in here. We're just going to select right there, and that lets us go in and make adjustments to whatever we need to. Let me go back to the HUD, and there we go. Now we can go in and make adjustments to our brightness, our position, everything you need right there. And then we can come back out of that, whatever we need to do. Pretty easy to deal with as far as your controls go. I think you can figure that out beyond what I've shown you. Not too much more to talk about, but we're going to move on. Control for your front and rear window wipers is right there. And everything for your exterior lighting here, and your turn signal indicators for you blinker experts that know how to use your blinkers and you've been to Blinker University. Now, let's move to the Pivi Pro infotainment screen. In fact, I'm going to come over here and do something that might make this a little bit better for us. We're going to change to the dark theme instead of the light theme. Maybe that looks a little bit better on the screen. Won't have all those lines running through it, making it look animated. So here's what we have. You want to turn off the auto stop start. There's where you're going to do that. We can come in here and see our different driving modes, and this isn't the only place you can do that. One thing that really sets this Velar apart from the competition is its off-roading capability. It does have quite a bit where that's concerned. You can see your different driving modes that are going to be here. And then we also can come right here to our air conditioning settings. You have heated and ventilated seats for the driver and the passenger. You can control everything here for fan speed, all that good stuff. I do wish that you had good old-fashioned buttons and controls, knobs, that kind of thing for the air conditioner, but that's the way everything seems to be going. Navigation is here. You can see what else we have with the phone, media. We're going to have some details with the vehicle as far as the slope angle goes. It's going to give you some details on that. You can see which direction the front wheels are turned for when you're doing some off-roading, whether it's going through mud or sand or snow or whatever it is. It's all going to be here. You've got your 4x4 information. We can go to our TR modes right here. As you can see, you will have what's called Hill Launch Assist. That's kind of an interesting name, just basically Hill Start Assist, but with a different name. Traction control can be turned on and off, and you can see what else is going on here. The ride height, as I mentioned earlier, we've got it in off-road position. You can also go to access right there. It's going to go all the way down. It gives it a nice aggressive look. It's just a shame it doesn't stay that way, but it will go back to normal at 15 miles per hour. Now, wade sensing will let you know that you can drive through some water, maybe not the deepest, but it will go through some water, so you can see what's going on when you're doing that. Got your compass right there, all your wheel info, which basically we just looked at, and you can see our other details here. Now, you can notice what I just did right there. I hit the 4 little squares right there. That gives us all of our different icons, depending on what we need to deal with here, what we need to work with. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are here. You can wirelessly pair your smartphone. I told you there was cameras everywhere, and there's your rear view. There's your front view. You can take a look from the side right there, depending on where we want to see. We can also change the view just like this without hitting the wrong thing on the screen. There we go. Now we're going to show you what's going on with that. And you can come out like this. Very nice, very convenient, very easy to see all around the vehicle. And we're going to come back in here real quick and scroll down just a little bit to show you what else is here. You do have the cabin lighting here that does a really good job of illuminating the interior. Probably going to be a little bit hard to show today because it's so bright in here. I don't think we're going to be able to see it, but it is here. Obviously, you can see that based on the adjustability. Now, you can also come in here and adjust your audio with your treble, your bass, and your subwoofer. You can make adjustments to what's on the home screen. You edit your layout right there if you want to do that. And then you already saw this screen earlier in the video. Something else that I want to show you, we're going to scroll back right here to dynamic. This is going to show us a little bit more about customization with the engine, with steering, depending on what you want to do, if you want dynamic or if you want comfort. That's how you're going to make adjustments where that's concerned. And you even have some fun little things to play with. Make sure you do it on the racetrack, not on the street, but you got your stopwatch, got your lap time, and you have your G meter. Not sure you can pull a lot of G meter or G's with 269 pounds-feet of torque and 247 horsepower, but just to show you a little bit of what's going on here. Now, we showed you the cover right here, and I'm going to show you what's inside there. We're going to have our USB port, our wireless charging pad is right here. And I do like this shifter because it just seems to let your hand just wrap around it the way it needs to. And you can go into drive, you can go into reverse, whatever you need to do with that. You can hear the sensors. You got the parking sensors, hear that? And it's going to let you see what's close to you on the screen. And then we're going to hit that button to go back into park. We're going to have our cup holders behind that. Now, the center console lids, there's actually 2 of them here, double as an armrest. It is kind of interesting that you have 2. You can reach down in like this, but it's easier to just open that up and reach in its entirety. There is a decent amount of space within. And we'll give you a quick up-close look at the contrast stitching that you're going to find throughout the interior on this model. And here's a quick sampling of the Meridian sound system for those that want to hear it. Well, if that does it justice for those who wanted to hear, it does sound really good in person. All right, here we go on the test drive. Now, this may not be the fastest thing on the road, but it is going to offer good acceleration for getting around slower moving vehicles, merging into traffic, all those types of things that you may need to do. The ride quality is really good, very comfortable. You're on the air ride suspension, and the seats themselves are very comfortable. Obviously a lot of adjustability built into the driver's seat between the seat and the steering wheel. So everybody should be fine as far as positioning everything to where they're nice and comfortable and able to see just fine. It is easy to see out of. And you have a lot of great safety features such as your blind spot monitoring and all the other sensors that are going to help you out driving down the road. The nice bright head-up display is there as well if you want to take advantage of that. And the gas and the brake pedal are very easy to adjust to, very responsive to the touch of your foot. I find that the brake pedal is not overly aggressive. That's always a good thing, so you're not unintentionally brake checking anybody in the vehicle until you get used to the brakes. Overall, there is a lot of space in the front and second row areas, and the technology is not difficult to learn and use. Now, you do have a very capable vehicle here in quite a few different ways, on road and off. While it's not going to go rock crawling or anything like that, what it will do with all-wheel drive is give you some very good traction in low traction situations, whether you're on a steep grade, whatever the situation may be, snow and ice, even just dealing with flooded roads, something like that. So a lot of advantages where that's concerned. Overall, a very enjoyable vehicle to drive. Tell me what you think about the price tag. It does seem a little bit high, but for the right person, I assume it would not be. Some of you might be willing to pay $72,000 and a little change for a Velar. But overall, I think it does a very nice job. It is very capable on and off-road, comfortable ride quality, all those things that I know a lot of you are looking for. This may not be the most powerful engine you're going to find, but like I say, it will do the job. Nobody's expecting it to be a hot rod. And there it is, the 2026 Range Rover Velar Belgravia Edition and what it has to offer. So quite a few great features going on. And when we back up just a little bit, you can see that I have this in access mode now, where it's lower down. That just looks fast. It looks menacing. It looks very sporty. Too bad you can't just leave it that way when you're driving, but that is the situation here. But tell me what you think down in the comments section. I would like to say a special thanks to my friends at Land Rover of Shreveport for loaning us this Velar for the day so we can tell you all about it. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give us the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. That's helpful and greatly appreciated. Make sure to subscribe and share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and we'll see you there.